In this video, we're going to do some examples of finding the domain and range. So top left, we're going to do this one first. I'm going to use this red line when I talk about domain, and then this blue line when I talk about range. So domain, I want to identify my smallest x value because I'm trying to give an interval of like smallest x to biggest x. So what you can do to find your leftmost point, or like how far the graph goes to the left, is take a vertical line and sweep it left to right across your graph. So I put that in my notes here, left to right for domain. You always think left to right for domain. And the first thing my little vertical line hits is this open circle right here. That's the first thing it hits. That's my leftmost point. That's going to be my smallest x value. So my smallest x value is -3. Is -3, because that's the x value there. This is -3 comma 0, and since it's domain, I'm talking x's. So -3 must be my smallest x. Note that is an open circle there. And then I have x values, like right here I have an x value of -1, x value of 0, x value of 1, a half. Oh, and this is my rightmost point. The graph stops over here. So this is my rightmost point. I can see it on the x-axis. It's the number 1. So it goes all the way to 1. -3 came from an open circle, so it's going to get a parenthesis, and the 1 comes from a closed circle, so that's going to get a bracket. All right, now for the range, I want to look at the graph from bottom to top. That'll tell me where my y values exist. My smallest y value is going to be from my lowest most point. Oop. And that I don't hit the graph. I'm not touching the graph. La-di-da-di-da. I'm touching it. And I want to know what's the y value here. And I can look at where I'm touching the y-axis. -4, -4. So -4 is my smallest. And then let me find the highest. So I'll just scan up. Oh, I stopped touching the graph. Okay, so this must be my highest point. I'm touching this peak right here at 0. And I'm also touching this open circle. But so the highest it goes is 0. And both of these are going to get brackets. Both of these are closed circles because it was a closed circle here and then a closed circle at 0, 0. So at 0, 0. Even though there's an open circle here, it doesn't matter because I do have the y value of 0. All right, let's do the same thing for this one, the second problem. So I'm going to do the domain, so I'm going to read my graph left to right. My leftmost point is right here. Its x value is 1. So the x value is the number 1. Okay, so it goes from 1. And now I'm looking at the x's. How far to the right does it go? I'm touching this arrow. Oh, there's an arrow, so it's going to go off the paper. And the highest x value isn't 10 because it goes off the paper. It's 11, it's 12, it's 13, it's 14. It goes on forever. So we're going to say it goes to infinity. That 1 gets a bracket. Infinities always get parentheses. Always. Always. Okay, so now let's do the range. So come from bottom to top. I'm not touching any graph until I hit this point, my lowest point. The y value of this point is 0. So 0 is my smallest y. And then I'm thinking, how high up does it go? Well, this arrow is going up and up and up and up. So I'm hitting y values like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's going up forever, so it's going to go to infinity. Infinities always get parentheses. That 0 came from a closed circle, so that gets a bracket. All right, here's some arrows here. So let's talk domain. Let's go left to right. All right, this is like probably the hardest thing on the paper right now, this moment. Prepare yourselves. All right, left to right. First thing that I hit, ooh, this arrow. What's the x value at that arrow? Well, it is kind of like the point -3 comma 10. But this arrow is implying it goes off the paper. It's going to continue to go, go, go. And I'm going to get even smaller and smaller x values. Like if this is -3, this is -4. This is -5. This is -6. Now that might feel weird because it feels like I'm going up, 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 and yet I keep saying more and more negative, -7, because I'm talking about the x values. Remember, these are x's. X, as I go left, 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 goes towards -infinity. So as far as x values go, this goes way off the graph to the left. So my smallest x is actually -infinity because it's going towards -infinity when I have that arrow veering left. Right? -7, -8. So my smallest x is -infinity. So when you hit this arrow and you're thinking left to right, you need to block out of your mind thinking up and down. This is going infinitely left towards -infinity. And I have x's, I have x's, I have x's. Oh, a right arrow continues on and on and on. I have x's forever. I span all the x's to infinity. To infinity and beyond. All right, so now my range, I go bottom to top, bottom to top. So I'm scanning up. Where's my lowest point? Oh, right here at 0, 2. Because I'm talking about the range, I'm going to say that y value of 2. And it goes on forever, up, 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 up. I could look at either direction, either arrow, but it goes to infinity. Okay, that one's a tough one with the arrows. You'll do lots of practice on that. Okay, here's a circle. So the actual graph of the circle is this like light blue line. That's where my graph is. So I've got x's from this leftmost point to this rightmost point. That's where I'm touching the graph, left to right. So from -5 to 3. So I read my graph from left to right. All the x's occur from -5 to 3. Range, I'll do bottom to top. So my smallest y value is here at -1. My biggest y value is here at 7. So -1 to 7. Everything's a closed circle there. Even though it's one giant open circle. That's not relevant. All right, good work on these examples. Go practice.